Hello and welcome to a special meeting with a man who has kind of created a furor over the internet. He has laid off 90% of his support staff, and the internet is furious. Joining me is Sumit Shah, who is an entrepreneur, calls himself a serial entrepreneur. And Sumit, I would like to, before you give your title as the co-founder of Dukaan app, what other titles have you got on the Twitter since the day you posted the thread about, letting go of your 90% support staff? What have you been called apart from insensitive? What all?
I actually haven't got a chance to go through all the titles. But yeah, I think yesterday only I asked GPT that go and like find what all people have written about me. So it composed one paragraph where it mentioned that people are using these things. I said okay, that is fine. Ignore. Go to the next task. So yeah, people are
Did
furious
it
with
hurt your feelings a bit?
these people calling me heartless, no, nothing at all. But me laying off people, that definitely hurt. But again, as a founder, I have to think about what is best for the company in the long run. And I think I had to do like what needs to be done.
Okay, so you say that what people are saying on Twitter does not hurt your feelings, but you felt bad about letting all those people go. That's what you're saying.
That is okay, right? Everybody has the right to react. Everybody has a keyboard. People don't think, they just want to react, right? I think like Kunal has said like multiple times, right? Jumping into conclusions without thinking is a hobby of people on the internet. So yeah, it's fine. Faster you realize that it is actually going to happen, because when I posted that thread, I was not expecting like it will blow like this huge. Like in fact, like we got like more than 20 million impressions. But at least like 100 founders have texted me that we also have started implementing the same in our company, because it is not just me who is focusing on the profits, but almost every single company, be it in India or even in US, everybody is either laying off people, or they are cutting down the costs on the softwares that they are using, or maybe a lot of companies are trying to automate the stuff which used to happen manually.
No, I
uh,
agree with you. The use of AI is definitely on the increase. Even our organization has integrated AI, and we have an AI anchor now. So I
yeah.
might be redundant, who knows? But I do want to ask you that the decision to use AI and to replace your support staff, was it a difficult one, or you have a mechanical, mathematical mind and you said no? Long term, this works for me. What was the tipping point for your decision?
See, the tipping point was like I was not happy with the performance, right?
Okay.
Because there's a limitation on how much a human can make throughout the day. For example, the customer support department would start at like 10 a.m. in the morning, and then they will leave at like 6 p.m. But what
Hmm.
about 300 different tickets which got created at like 3 a.m. in the night, from like 40 plus countries across the globe? Because we are not just active in India. Now, who is going to
Yeah.
respond to those tickets? Right? For example, just before starting this call, you were trying to, this thing is not working. Now, imagine in that situation,
Hmm.
if the software that you are using, if their customer support guy takes like 24 hours to reply, what will be your reaction? Wouldn't you be like frustrated? So
But
I
tell me
said, like,
one thing. Does that mean your customers are happier? Are you getting any
yeah,
responses like that?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely, yes. Like majority of them are happier, because again, like they say, like you can't keep like everyone happy. A lot of times, like people would have like different expectations and imaginations from what they heard about Dukaan, and like how they started with the platform. But if you ask about like whether the generic problems are getting solved with AI,
Hmm.
it's 100% within
So,
like
so
one.
you did use a very important keyword here,
Yeah,
generic. So
yes.
I read your entire thread, and I
Mhm.
understand that initially you realized that it was very generic. Then you customized it. Lena, that's the
Link-
name of your chatbot.
Correct.
Lena. Why Lena? Why not some Indian name like
It's
Kavita?
a okay. So there is a theme of
International name.
no. So it's not like Lina, but it's a character from a game called Dota. So even
Oh,
our like
okay.
themes and plugins and everything, it's named after each character of Dota game. which I'm
Okay.
like a huge fan of. That's my
Okay,
lean.
okay. Okay,
Uh,
so slight quirk there. But what I'm asking is that I do understand that you have worked on it again and again and, tried to make the best chats, AI chat possible. But do you think that sometimes maybe the human employee may not be bringing in the intelligence that you
uh-huh.
expect, but he does bring in the emotional quotient that is expected? So do you think that AI Lena can bring in that?
I don't think like people care about like emotions. Like when you are
You think so?
chatting with like somebody. Like for example, you as a consumer, right? In two cases, you would be chatting with the customer. Like either you are super happy with using the product and you are super excited. Ha, bhai, kya cheez build kiya hai? I'm loving it and so on. Or it could be like why my refund is not getting processed within 24 hours. And most probable cases, like the second type of examples are like more like why my payout is on hold, why I'm not able to do this on your platform and so on. So the term generic, when I meant it, that means like what are the common problems which people are asking about a platform. So that
Hmm.
generic, like it's not generic like दुनिया में कितनी countries है बताओ. The generic problem could be I am not able to install the Facebook pixel on my site where
Hmm.
like what I'm doing wrong. So now, if you think about the journey, like how somebody is going to communicate that problem to you, either he's
Right.
going to do the this support at the rate Madukan pe email karega, right? Then that mail will get opened after like 2 hours because they already have like
Yeah.
previous mail ka queue and so on. Then whoever has opened that email, assume that the guy has joined 15 days back. Now here's the thing,
Okay.
right? For you to be a proper good customer support executive of Dukaan, you need to know commerce, you need to know technology, you need to know product. It's like I'm asking
Okay.
you math, science and
Multi-skilled.
commerce at the same time. Because unless and until you connect the dots, you will never be able to figure out यार इसका problem क्या है. Forget
Also,
about
you
it.
mentioned in your tweet that asking a tech guy to do this job is like asking Messi to, do a very normal job. Do you think that your employees were underemployed? They were working below their qualification levels?
No, 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 no. So I think like they didn't have the qualifications. I didn't have the choice. That is the thing. Like I was busy building the product versus I was. ठीक है तुम देख लो अभी के लिए I don't have like enough time because we have to accelerate the product development and so on. At the same time, like we started getting like a lot of big enterprises. Like for example, Wow Science has moved to Dukaan from Shopify Plus and so on. So in their case, like there could be like customer like call support and so on. But for 2,000 and 3,000 rupees plan which I'm selling to the first time
Hmm.
entrepreneur, if they start expecting a call support, then who is going to pay the bills? Because I know like although like people are reacting that this is not right step and so on, but I know like tomorrow the moment I file my financials, these are the same people who are going to ask me why your company is not profitable.
Okay.
So
Okay. So I sort of understand your argument that you move towards profitability, you move towards what seemed more practical. But
yeah.
a lot of people are also criticizing the fact that you chose to write a long thread about it. Some people called it boasting. How would you react to it?
I don't care like whatever words they use. Like my intention with writing that thread was see the first thing is like nobody bothered about is like this whether this layoff happened right now or was it like historical. So the
Hmm.
layoff happened in the month of September, which nobody cared about. Like neither like a lot of magazines also like they didn't even.
But you did not inform in your tweet as well
So
that it happened.
that's what I realized because that thread was like such a long thread which you have to make sure everything is connected and so on. And I missed
But
using the
did
word.
any of these news articles, because you got coverage
Lot
in
of them, almost
international
like
media
30,
also, yeah,
30 40
did they
percent.
get in touch with you to find out
Yes,
your side of the story?
yes,
Okay.
yes, 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 exactly. All of them, like international, 100% of them.
Indian channels and Indian publications?
They were like in hurry to publish the news because whoever writes the spicy thing, he gets like more hits, which is the fundamental of internet, I guess. So yeah, the thing is like that layoff was like the old one, which I think I shouldn't have mentioned. But at the same time, if like people are mentioning things like okay, like yeah, this top 10 things and third one will excite you and so on. So think of it like that. Although
Okay.
it's not like ethically correct, which I realize now. And the whole objective was like, okay, I've done the experiment. I've spent like 2 to 3 months building the AI, and this is possible. So my fellow
Information.
entrepreneurs could learn from it, and they'll try to implement the same. Second, I wanted to show like how easy it is to start a new business within one night for a new generation, right? Nobody like cared about that at all. कि like ये इन लोगों ने 2 घंटे में बैठ के like they
Would you do any, no, having these insights that you have now, would you do anything differently? Would you tweet differently? Would you frame it differently?
I
Or would
would
you stay away
I
from
don't
the tweet?
I don't regret at all. Like, yeah,
Okay, you don't.
it's fine. Like, they are in fact like helping me to like scale my reach so that like more people will be aware of the fact that their future is in risk, especially if somebody is doing the job which can be automated with AI just like that. Because as
Okay.
a owner, you think right, like if you are running this whole magazine and then you are like 100 rupees in your account and then you have to think about like how you are going to pay the salaries like say 3 months later, what you are going to do? You know, of course cut down the cost. You are not going to कि ठीक है जो होगा वो देखा जाएगा वो तो ऐसा होगा ट्रक के सामने आके तुम मतलब खुदकुशी कर रहे हो nobody wants to do that.
See, okay, I understand. We've sort of gotten an insight into what you were thinking at that point of
Yeah.
time, and I do.
One more important thing which people are missing over here, it is not for the first time this is happening. For example, when earlier there used to be this human cashier at the DMart and so on. Now there is a like machine. You punch your orders. At least in US, that thing is there. When cycle छोड़ के अभी कार का जब evolution हो गया, what happened with like tech companies who were like manufacturing the cycles, the one who is making the tires and so on. So it's a human evolution. Like one form of a business will get transitioned into another. There would be like different set of requirements of all people. Even if you look at like companies like Amazon, अब इतना warehouse
Right.
automation करके रखा है. Why can't you question them कि like why you have automated when you can employ like say million people to pick up the order and drop order at like a particular location?
Right.
Why?
Also, I think the big question here is that maybe it's time when we realize that there are skills that can be done, that can be taken over by AI or automation. Then the
Yes.
humans need to shift to things which cannot be done by machines here.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? I decided, since this was this whole AI thing and everything, I decided to do this interview with the help of AI as well.
Okay.
So I generated some questions thanks to ChatGPT and Bard. And yes, I am also very good with AI. I think that is the future, and you need to work
Okay,
to
I'm losing
raise
your.
your quality of work. So
Yeah.
I told it to generate a few questions for you.
Sure.
And you know what, which I always feel, ChatGPT seems a little bit more sensitive than Bard. So ChatGPT asked this question, and ChatGPT says, how have the remaining employees responded to the introduction of the AI technology? And what measures have you taken to support this transition and development in this new environment? So the ChatGPT is a little concerned about your remaining employees कि उनको डर तो नहीं लग रहा है अब.
Yeah, understood. So see, like Dukaan is a tech company, right? So primarily, like all the techies, whenever they hear कि, like okay, like the company is trying to build something in AI, instead of getting worried about the fact कि like उन लोगों का job जाएगा, they will start thinking about कि, like what additional solutions I can build on top of AI. So it's completely opposite. The finance team and something that I can't automate and neither I want to automate. वो वहां पे जो मैनुअल चल रहा है वो चलने दो unless and until I start feeling कि यार like I'm spending 30% of my money on this finance department, which is not the case. The moment I start feeling that particular thing like I'm spending huge amount of money but at the same time I'm not getting the expected output, then of course that department will go. One department I can tell you that will vanish away is a graphics designing. That is
Yes,
not happen
yes.
200% sure because mid
The
journey.
integration of AI in everything, in all these apps, is amazing.
Yes, exactly. So mid journey like takes like 5 seconds to generate a creative. Then I can tell him कि like नहीं ऐसा नहीं मेरे को ऐसा चाहिए. In next 5 seconds I'm getting a new creative. So even if I want to execute a campaign on Diwali, I can just like literally wake up like 10 minutes before and get the whole campaign executed. Versus what initially people used to do is like they'll go hire a Ogilvy, their team will come, they'll do the planning and सब कुछ मतलब now that thing is happening at like $20. Ogilvy is going to charge you like 1.5 lakh rupees for a creative. What would you
Okay.
what efficiency? Efficiency is in like how much you are spending versus how much you are making. It's as that simple.
Okay. Okay, so another question the sensitive ChatGPT AI bot asked was concerns about job loss and unemployment are often associated with the introduction of AI. How do you address these concerns and what efforts have you made to support the employees? It's sort of the same question repackaged. AI, ChatGPT loves to do that.
Yeah. So whenever we are trying like something new, we make sure that like all of these people are aware of the fact that okay, there is something new happening in the company, which potentially might be a reason for me losing my job. So either they will start putting effort to save their job. So I would have been happy if like some of the customer support guy would have come to me saying कि like यार अपन AI पे करते सब कुछ, but nobody came. So it's not that like it's my responsibility. Like if I start doing it, keep doing like all the things by myself, then I won't be able to grow at all. So what I was
Okay.
expecting, like one of them should be be smart enough to figure out ki, like okay, there is a thing called ChatGPT, and boss is not happy because I'm not available for 24 hours versus he is responding to queries at 3 a.m. because it's his company. Ultimately,
So
end of the
human
day,
needs to give a little bit more than what the AI brings to the
course
table.
everybody has to give like more than like what
Okay.
you are like right now. What competition people used to say is कि like मेरा बाजू वाला जो काम कर रहा है उसके साथ है मेरा competition, but that's not the case anymore. Your
Yeah.
competition is so like whatever that a smart Silicon Valley guy is building and how that is going to impact all the things. So
Okay.
it has went to
Okay,
that level.
I'm quickly going to ask one of the Bard questions also. Bard, being the ever smart and very up to date, says, how did you choose which employees to lay off?
See, most of the employees like the only difference in their work profile was कि, like somebody would be handling the email support versus somebody would be handling the Instagram के DMs and like Facebook के DMs. Ultimately the काम same ही था. So it was a no-brainer. Like whoever is handling all these generic questions, I don't see
Okay.
any.
Okay.
Yeah.
You chose expertise, and
Yeah.
anybody who was giving more than the generic, you chose that.
Remaining
Okay.
two, three people were the one who would understand. Okay, like large segment of customers are asking for this particular feature, which could help them to grow the revenue. So he'll come to me saying, like, "Boss, can we build this feature?" Now that is the
Okay.
additional set of skills that you require to pick up the insight and then pass it to the product team. So those
Okay.
kind of
Okay.
we retain. So
Okay.
that is skill number one.
Sumit, we've gotten an insight into what you were thinking and what your idea was behind that. And you have a right to your opinion. People on the Twitter also have a right to their opinion. But I think this is a fight or a debate that will continue now as the world is moving towards AI. But before I leave, I saw that you are into films and you yourself said that you're into gaming and everything also. Do you see a Terminator like scenario ever happening?
I'm not sure like what what do you mean by that? But
Like, as
since
in a intelligent machine taking over the world, machines trying to take over the world and trying to kill off humans?
no, I know. I think like I'm not smart enough yet to understand like full capabilities of AI. I'm still learning like day and day. But the game that I play, which is Dota 2, which I think I've read an article that that will be a first game to go in Olympics. So OpenAI has built a bot which defeats the world's largest players of Dota, and वहाँ पे prices होते कि like four people team winning like $40 million,
Uh-oh.
right? If the AI is able to beat these people, and it's a interesting game, right? Like hundreds of
Yeah, but
heroes.
one thing we can be sure about is that AI is definitely not swimming against Thorpe, nor
Yeah,
is it going to play cricket against Tendulkar. So
that's
there, at least we can rest assured that human talent cannot be challenged.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you
yeah,
so much, Sumit,
yeah.
for speaking with us and being so candid. It was
Thank
nice speaking with you, and thank you for answering our AI questions as well. Have a good
you.
day.
You too. Bye.